You also did a video on Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
That one was crazy.
Yeah.
So what did you find out with her?
Yeah, so interesting. So she's definitely joined the Illuminati. She's definitely joined the dark side. A big part of her influence is because of them. However, that being said, something that I have never seen before with, say, an Illuminati member is this really interesting. It literally looked like a silver lining around her aura. And there was this sort of this purity or this beauty that's in her soul and in her energy, which was incredible. So same thing. I think that there is a point in her career where she can switch sides and really expose. Like she could potentially be one of the biggest whistleblowers of our generation.
Wow.
Which is really exciting. And then, of course, nerve-wracking because if she were to speak out on the truth of what's really going on, they would probably kill her, kill her off. So I think she's a bit of a double agent as well, but I did see a lot of the entities and other things that I usually see around Illuminati members.
Yeah, I feel like next year there's going to be a lot of exposing.
Yes, that's actually what I picked up with the Trump predictions as well, is a lot of deep state exposure, a lot of the crimes against humanity getting exposed over the next 4 years, especially with trafficking and a lot of the darker sides of Hollywood are all, we've already seen it, especially with Diddy and all of this stuff coming out, but it's only going to exponentially continue.
Agreed. Ellen left the country. Jay-Z just got a charge, I think sexual assault or something on a minor. So the dominoes are falling.
They are.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't recall this ever happening in history before or something like this.
Yeah. I mean, it's the truth, right? And I think there's a lot of people both in Parliament and in Hollywood that are sweating in their boots right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of government jobs are going down the drain too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Times are changing.
They are.
One more guy I was interested in. I didn't see you make a video about him, but I'm curious if you know anything about him. Kanye West.
Yeah. Okay. So I have remote viewed Kanye. Definitely a huge part of the Illuminati. I mean, that's a no-brainer. All of the signs are there. And, what else did I remote view about him?
Was he cloned, you think?
Okay, with clones. So Kanye does have clones of him, but for the most part, he plays by their rules. So they haven't completely taken him out, right? So sometimes if they're too much of a threat, they'll just kill them off and then replace them entirely with a clone. But this is why Kanye is just a little bit disheveled, because he has gone through so much MKUltra programming. So even if they aren't fully a clone all the time, they go through a lot of programming and they also get pretty drugged up to be able to handle that kind of programming. And so he'll just shoot off random stuff. And sometimes he does say the truth. And that's when they either give him more drugs or more MKUltra programming, or they'll put in a clone for a little bit. So they haven't completely taken him out, and he does have clones, but for the most part, it is him.
Yeah, because you'll see him go through these episodes where all the PR is attacking him every few months.
Yep.
And that's him just exposing stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, no one takes him seriously because of all the other he's saying at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they paint him as crazy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Throw
And
him
that's why they haven't taken him out, because no one takes him seriously.
That's
right?
crazy.
Yeah.
So MKUltra programming, have you seen what that entails?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's really bad.
It's very, how does it work exactly?
So they do this usually in these underground military bases, and it usually starts really young because you can sort of manipulate the mind a lot easier when they're young. There's not as much resistance. And this is where they find celebrities and actors and actresses at a young age. This is why Disney was a huge funnel for all of these sort of massive celebrities, is because they found them at a young age and they were able to program them from that point on. And like the MKUltra programming, there's so many different stages or levels to it. Obviously, it gets more intense. It sort of depends on, what they're looking for. But essentially, like the programming kind of looks like torture, right? So they'll sleep deprive them, they'll deprive them of food and water, they'll hop them up on a bunch of drugs, some like less nefarious, like acid, but it'll sort of distort the mind, distort the reality, and then they'll put in whatever the program is, right? So if it's like you need to be like the cute innocent country girl, like that's the programming, or you're going to be this way, and like that's the programming. There's a lot of people who are not celebrities who have been MKUltra programmed as well. So
Really?
like even people who are a part of like assassination attempts, like I believe that they potentially, maybe not all of them, but they've also been MKUltra programmed. And then if there's, say, a trigger word, like if you get a phone call and then they say a series of words, that could be the trigger.
Whoa.
And then the trigger is all of a sudden they're literally like disassociated from their body and they go and do the thing that they complete the target that they were set out to do.
Crazy.
So it can be that intense with just one mission or one target, or it can be fractioning the soul, right? So the intention of MKUltra programming is to break apart the soul in the body so that you're not really in control anymore, and they can very easily sort of either come through you and control you, or attach an entity or even a reptilian into the body so that you're no longer in the driver's seat.
Wow, that is nuts. I've actually seen Candace Owens talk about this with the school shootings.
Okay.
Like how some of these shooters seem to be programmed. They're just
Yeah.
operating like that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
No emotion involved.
Yep.
That is so crazy.
Wherever you guys are watching this show, I would truly appreciate it if you follow or subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It helps us get bigger and better guests, and it helps us grow the team. Truly means a lot. Thank you guys for supporting, and here's the episode.